Hi, Oaklawn. We're spending a few minutes with Dr. Gretchen Tolar-Debus today. Gretchen, you spend a lot of time at the church. We look up to you as a church leader, and so we're really wanting to get some time with you today to talk about the other side of Gretchen, the physician side of Gretchen, and get a peek into that. So we really appreciate you doing this for us today, and we love you so much. Can you start just by telling us a little bit about the physician side of Gretchen, how long you've been in practice, your specialty, those sorts of things?
Definitely. So I actually started attending Oaklawn as a medical student back in the 80s. I graduated from UT Southwestern and then did my internship at University of Alabama, but had already met the love of my life in medical school. And so I moved back to Dallas a year later to finish my residency so that John and I could get married. I finished a residency training in internal medicine, and that's what my practice is. So I am now in a medical practice near Presbyterian Hospital. It is a concierge type practice through a group called MDVI.
Awesome. And you've got other members of your family. You mentioned John. You've got other members of your family too that are in the medical field, right?
I do. My husband, John, and I share an office, and he is a psychiatrist and sleep medicine specialist. And my daughter, Sarah, is a graduate of Harris College of Nursing at TCU as of 2015, and she currently works at Harris Hospital in downtown Fort Worth on an orthopedic unit. We are very proud of her.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Gretchen, I feel like you've been on the, I remember, coming into growth study and us having a chance to talk about COVID before. Other people were talking about COVID. You've been on the forefront of this for a really long time. I think even before the beginning. How has it changed treating your patients? How has COVID changed, your day as a physician and how you treat your patients and how you run your practice?
Yeah, it's been a profound change. Back in March, when we became increasingly aware of some of the risks and began to screen people for fever, quite honestly, my staff and and I think many physicians experienced a fair amount of anxiety and uncertainty about how to manage people who showed up with fever and flu-like illness. And how we could best take care of them and do it in a safe way. As we've gone into this social distancing and this time of really restricting activity, it's radically changed the way I see patients. Most of what I do on most days is by telemedicine. I do a lot of visits with people remotely, and I still see people in the office, but now we are wearing masks for everything, and I have goggles that I put on when needed, and isolation gowns if necessary. So I look very different when I walk into a room.
Do you have your goggles near you? Just wondering. Okay, no, that's okay. Oh, you do?
Basically old goggles, and that and mask. So,
That's
but yeah,
awesome.
that's how we dress most of the time. So I'll put them all on and look official. So there you go.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. Has it changed how you have to interact with your family, like when you go home?
Very much. Um, my son and his girlfriend are often in the kitchen in the evenings, and because I am at more risk because of seeing patients in the office, I wear a mask even at home when we're in the kitchen or common areas of the house. So we try to be very careful about social distancing within the house, even now. And I haven't hugged my son in months. That has been heartbreaking. I think the worst for me has been that I've not been able to see my parents now for over 2 months, and both of them are undergoing treatment for cancer. And I talk to them on the phone every day, but my sisters have been wonderful about providing a lot of the day-to-day care for them.
It's awesome. I'm glad that you had that they're there with them, and you and your parents have been in many of our prayers at Oakland throughout this as well. Speaking of prayers, you and I have had conversations, be it in Grow Study or on our Thursday night prayer night, about how you've um, gone to different places for the source of being able to continue and be in prayer and persevere is the word that I'm looking for through all of this. So, could you share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I've had a practice for a couple of years of journaling through the Psalms. And so I try to spend time during the week, at least once or twice a week, uh, reading the Psalms. I use the Book of Common Prayer for that. And I use a lot of the prayers in the Book of Common Prayer for a lot of my daily prayer, especially when I struggle to find the right words personally. I've been spending quite a bit of time recently reading uh, the writings of Julian of Norwich, who was a 14th century mystic. Uh, she has some of the most beautiful descriptions of God and of Christ as a mother figure that I've ever read. And I found that very, so I've been very grateful for her.
Awesome. Well, you bring inspiration to me. You bring inspiration to so many at Oaklawn. I just want to thank you again for doing this for us and allowing us a glimpse into the Gretchen MD. And again, we love you and thank you for all you do for us and all you do for the community.
Thank you. I'm grateful for Oak Lawn. I do what I do because of what I get every week from worship and from being part of this community. It makes a huge difference for my life.
Thanks, Gretchen.